Happy. Last day, I'm happy. Ready to walk on stage.
Crosswalk. In the morning, he'll have his vest, he'll have his wand, he'll get in the middle of the street, he'll cross kids over from one side of the gym lead to the school side. Every day.
Doug Cook is rock steady. You know what time he's going to show up?
1:55, or he's going to be there at 1:59. He is a man of his word.
He's family, he's friend, he's colleague.
Yes, my friend Doug Cook.
Is a man of integrity.
Doug is that definition of a principal's principal.
Intense.
High schools don't sleep. They're always moving. There's always activities. There's always events.
When I got here, he described high school as a gauntlet. He said, why'd you want to leave middle school and come to this gauntlet?
Yeah, I seen Doug in his vest.
Do I know about his vest?
The vest.
He is security, hands down, the best I ever worked for. He was Blindsided before Blindside movie.
He has that vest on to make sure that he's leading by example with his students and staff.
I don't think anyone would miss Doug if he's on this post without his vest.
He is definitely Mr. Safety and Security.
So when you get that very tall person with their vest on, which he wears affectionately.
He'd say, I'm going out to my duty post so that people can see that you're attentive to the things that are going on the campus at all times.
Forget the fact that him being 6'9", he wants to make sure you see him and, he looks at it as being a father and he is taking care of his kids.
Because he believes you have to have a safe environment.
He's going to make sure his kids are safe, physically and emotionally.
It makes the environment overall better, not just for the students, but for everybody.
I've never witnessed another principal, myself included, that's out there as much as Doug is.
He will leave meetings early to make sure he's at lunch duty.
And don't forget, the bus duty every afternoon.
Everybody should be on their duty post.
He's a hands-on leader and just very visible, very present.
He'll do duties, that a principal wouldn't do.
And now it's his thing, right? With the kids, I think they appreciate him that he's out there
crossing kids in the morning for 14 years at the crosswalk in front of the school.
Doug has a good sense of humor. Don't let him fool you.
Doug Cook would grab a megaphone.
Just his wittiness.
He looked like Zeus among the regular people, and he would just be hollering at the kids, telling them to go to class.
He and Dr. Barnes and their banter back and forth.
I think they could finish each other's sentences.
We do, all the time, really.
They definitely kept us entertained.
They're almost like brother and sister after all these years of working together.
We get together and start with their banter. You knew it was going to be very entertaining.
The past 14 years, we had to learn each other. And believe it or not, it's evolving.
Before you're old and you retire.
Happy birthday. When Doug and I started, we was in our 40s. Now we're in our 60s. We wanted to surprise him. This man is working hard. Let's do a surprise birthday party. Dr. Barnes, I say, yes. I don't want no celebrations. I don't want a party. And I said, okay. And I stared at him. Well, we decorated and all that. And he walks into his office, and he had a fit. And everybody scattered. He was like, I told you. Everybody saw this. He has this big voice. They scattered. I'm standing there. And I'm looking at him like, really? And so when everybody left, it was just the two of us in his office. I said, I'll never forget this. I said, sit down and you're going to enjoy this party. You're not going to upset the Raider students and the faculty. But Doc, I told you, can you just listen? So when he sat down in Denver, I put a little birthday cap on him about this big.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
And you know what was so funny? That picture made history. Even he started laughing. He loved it, and I really believe that is one of the best pictures. He mentioned that last week. It's one of the best pictures that went down in history.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
He was not so far above himself, so far out of reach, that he could not get himself to a level where he could touch others.
He's an amazing, amazing leader. And he's like a gentle giant, but he just has his own way. And there will never be another Doug Cook.
Doug is a giant of a man with a tremendous, humongous heart for service and for this community that he serves.
They rebuilt that school around the kids being there, and nobody got hurt. That takes vision. That takes commitment.
But I think his legacy, in what I've seen for 5 years, is just presence.
Somewhat daunting to think that, what's next. But he'll figure it out, and he'll always have a place. You never know. He might end up at a red shirt at a school one day.
He and I have joked that he's going to come back and be a security monitor for me. So I look forward to that day. He will be wearing the vest. It would just be maybe a different color blue.
I promise you, he'll keep an eye on Rickards, but he will go into the background just because he wants to make sure that he is not interrupting the process of the new leader coming in.
His legacy is and always will be safety first for the students and academic excellence.
He is unapologetic about doing what's right for kids. His sacrifice is love. And that's the best thing I could say about Doug Cook, and that's what touches his heart.
To my Cobb family, 19 years at Cobb. My Mumford family, 3 years. And now my James. When I arrived 14 years ago, the first time I went to a pep rally, I was booed because Dr. Gale is, legacy. She did a wonderful job of transforming Rickards in her 5 years. And so some of the staff members came up to me and they asked, well, what are you going to do? And I told them I'm going to work hard. I'm going to come every day and do what I need to do and do what's best for them. And that's one thing I learned about James S. Rickards High School. You have to earn the respect of the community, of the students. And once you earn that respect, they will love you unconditionally for a lifetime. In the morning, I want parents and students that are dropping their kids off or walking to school. I want them to know that the principal of the school is here and he's on duty. During the afternoon, most of my students catch the bus. And so I go to the bus ramp to make sure they have an opportunity to see me, speak with me, share things with me so that they can say, I had an opportunity to see my principal every day. You don't have to come to my office to ask to see the principal. You have to be visible for students. You have to let them understand that you're here for a reason as a student. That's to go to class, that's to get your education. You have to know what's going on your campus. But when you have cameras and you have this vest, you cannot deny that someone's in that area. That vest is important. It was a moment, to fulfill what the students wanted. And that's something we have to understand. When the students ask for certain things, we need to listen. And so that vest, the students said, we cannot identify the adults that are on this campus. And I said, well, I'm going to help y'all identify them. What I learned is that you never draw attention to yourself. My faith in God is something that I don't say a lot because I try to make sure that I don't offend anyone, but my faith in God and the things that I know that I'm capable of doing, that's where I'm seeking his approval. I'm really not seeking any approval from anyone, unfortunately, on earth. My dad had a 6th grade education. He was a farmer. And one thing he instilled in all of his kids, be on time and do not disgrace the name. You're going to get the job done. You're going to do it right. And you're going to make sure you take care of the people that you work with. And that's the most lasting lesson, because I've never had anyone say that Douglas Earl Cook does not bring it every day.
Are you going to take your vessel?
Of course, they have to go with me. I probably will frame them because they are sentimental to me. They will remind me of the journey, because the new principal, the vest may end with my leaving, and that's fine. Each principal must find their own way and identify what they want to do. But it's probably going to be hard for the people remaining here not to want to wear their vest, because it's been ingrained in them year after year.
It's gonna forever be known as what? Cook's Crosswalk. Crosswalk is 6'9".
No, it's just been a great 35 years, from my first days at Cobb to Mumford as the principal, and then finishing up at James S. Rickards High School. It's been great. To all the administrators I worked with, all the teachers, all my principals that I served up on there, it's been great. I don't want to mention any individuals by name because I'm definitely will forget someone, but to all of them, it's been a great, great journey. I've enjoyed it and look forward to retirement.
I can't tell that story.
That people, no, I'm not talking
But
to y'all.
here's what I'm gonna do.
Anyway, I'm going out of the country.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna talk. Okay, yeah, you probably will.
Well, I have the vest as prescribed by all in the video.
I saw people, a couple administrators with orange vests on. I was like, what's going on?
I have my identification, which we're supposed to wear to let everybody know who we are.
And I was shocked. That's we got to wear those.
I have my whistle for lunch duty when I have to dismiss, get kids on their way.
I was a little apprehensive initially, but it kind of grew on me.
And I have my radio with the earpiece.
I was assigned here 5 years ago.
So that we are the only ones can hear what we're talking about.
I hadn't wore a tie since.
And the information that we're sharing.
Well, today is a testing day, so we're actually in one period until lunch. So I could have took it off, but it just happened to keep it on.
Doug has a good sense of humor. Don't let him fool you.
Doug Cook would grab a megaphone.
To all those folks from Cobb Middle School, I know they remember Coach Cook walking around with that megaphone.
For me to come back. We're not going before the school board talking about this.
Oh, we're going back to the school board. There will be another.
Listen, if he was at a community college, I bet you he had that megaphone with him with that vest.
Because he is so funny. Yeah. All right, so I'll start over.
We've already started.
Oh, we've started. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Love it, love it. Y'all making me proud. That's how I know whatever your grade you can pass, you can elevate your grade to pass it. Is that something you want to do? This is the fastest man in Florida, as I like to say. I nicknamed him the second because it only take him a second to get across there. 3 state championships this past week.
When I'm in here now, I was telling them, I said, he came today, I said, the war room.
He doesn't have to look to know. I know what you're talking about, Doc. I just say, oh, you listen to me? Yeah, I heard you.
For me to come back,
He heard me, So I think that's such a unique skill. But the two of us together over the 14 years. So how many days we have to aggravate each other?
We got until the end of the year.
You got to the end of the year. Okay, you coming back then,
the end of the fiscal year.
It's been a blessing. I feel like I'm losing my brother presence every day.
But my dad, he was something else.
Yeah.
That man he was a hard worker. You better not disgrace the name because that's not going to happen.
That man has so many emotions.
Every now and then he would go off on a tangent.
Literally, he has helped raise me as an educator.
But then he would always end up, just do your job.
He's a very particular person. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell the story. When COVID happened to our world, Superintendent Hannah charged us with, we've got to have graduation.
Give you one heck of a ceremony tonight.
The first year of COVID, we were at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center in the parking lot.
Miss Tanvi, how dear.
We were at the end of graduation. A young lady sang her rendition of the James S. Rickards High School alma mater.
Singing the alma mater one last time before we graduate.
And she was excited and all of that other stuff. And so probably when she left the podium, she probably grabbed Mr. Cook's notes. But he couldn't find his notes. He was searching the podium, looking for his notes, looking up, looking down, looking around. Anybody got my notes?
I'm looking for my program. Somebody was moving.
But that was, I will never forget that.
Florida State Board of Education and the Leon County School Board, I pronounce you graduates of James S. Rickards High School. You may turn your tassel.
Measured every part of myself, kept the quiet where it belonged. Nothing heavy, nothing long.
You ready? Yeah, ready. All right, let's see it.
That is awesome. Yeah, this is my crosswalk. I got 5 more days, so that is great.
Just a change in gravity. It moves through me without a name. Leaves the shape but not the frame. It's the spirit.